Hey everyone, this is Rain. I'm going to be doing another video. Hooray! Considering I disappeared off the map for a year. Let's see how long I stay this time. Right now, I am doing the fun little Do I Have That Book challenge by keeping tabs. I decided I'd have some fun today, and even though it's timed, I know verily where all these books are, so I'm not going to time myself. Basically, the length of this video is about as how long as it took me to find all these. Okay, so let's get started. Most of these I will be able to find in just my room, but there's a few that I will have to go out there, so we're going to go out there real quick because the first prompt is, do I have a book with deckled edges? Quick answer, without looking, yes I do, but we need proofs. Pics or it didn't happen. Or in this case, video or it didn't happen. Alright, let's get down onto the floor. Because I have this series. Most of them have deckled edges. The Red Dragon Codex. This is the only one without deckled edges. I don't know why. I wish it had deckled edges. And then another one that has them is this one. Ooh. Your spine is really coming apart, yo. Is the Nightshade series. All of them have deckled edges. So, that's a quick answer. Now, let's see the next one. Do I have a book with 3 or more people on the cover? Yeah, I do. It's over here. Scoot you. What? Basically, any of the Lloyd Alexander, since there was no specification that it had to be main characters on the cover. So yeah, here's this one. So many people. Yeah, I think the only one that's like, there's 2 of them here that don't have a whole lot of people. And then the rest of them, they either have like a big grouping or something. So yeah, there's that. Okay. Do you have a book based on another fictional story? Yes, I do. I think a good majority of my books are that way. Especially my YAs. Okay. Here's a quick one, because it's right here. Warm Bodies, based on Romeo and Juliet. With the added zombies. Woo! Zombies. Spooky. Spooky. Do you have a book with a title 10 letters long? Yes, I do. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. This one. Flower 6, Moss 4. There you go. And it's one of the ones that doesn't have the annoying, here's the series title all the way across the top. So it's kind of like, does that count? Doesn't have it, so ha ha ha. Do you have a book with a title that starts and ends with the same letter? Now, the way I saw it on the video, it seemed like it was, like, the same, I don't know. Because technically, I have one that's like, are we smart enough to know how smart animals are? Because it starts with an A and ends with an A. But if we mean, like, actually starts and ends with the same letter, I have this one right here. Ignoring above it, Warriors. The main book title of the series is Twilight. So fun. Or, another one is this one, Shifting Shadows. We'll go with that one. Braylands is better. I'm just kidding. Well, it certainly has got better titles than some of the Warrior series do. Okay, now what is the next prompt? I might as well just carry this dang thing with me. Do you have a book with a title that... Nope, we already did that. Do you have a book written by an author using a pen name? Yes, I do. It's kind of a cheat because I saw Haley Bookland do this. But let's see if I can find it. Not you. This one. Alice in Wonderland. Lewis Carroll. Writing under a pen name. So, ha! Okay. Do you have a book with a character's name in the title? Yes, I do. And it's not Harry Potter. Well, we can always use Seraphina in the Black Cloak. But another one I was thinking about is one that I've had for years. Zenda in the Gazing Ball. Has her name all blazing out on the title. Okay. Do you have a book with 2 maps in it? We will have to go back over to my warriors because this one I know for a guarantee they have 2 maps. I'm just gonna grab random. Who cares? After we get all through the Alliance BS. Okay, here's the cat's view. And here's the Two Lakes view. They all have it in there. Just depending on where they are, it's either going to be the lake or their old territory. Okay, now, do you have a book that was turned into a TV show? Yes, I do. Take a pick. Say hello to Goosebumps. Literally, any of those Goosebumps. Just about any one of them has been turned into an episode for the television. So, here you go. Do you have a book written by someone who is originally famous for something else? Now, your definition of famous might be different from somebody else, because I don't have a whole lot like that. Because technically, I got Julia Child, who is famous for her cooking, as well as, making her very well-known French cookbook. It's like, how an American cook French. But I also have John Grogan. Unfortunately, I don't have the non-Marley and Me title. Who he was famous in his area. He was well known for writing in newspaper columns. So there you go. Because just because you've never heard of them doesn't mean they weren't famous as somebody else. All that jazz. Do you have a book with the clock on the cover? Yep. Well, it's a clock tower, but it's still a clock. And I guess if we really wanted one, where is it? I forget exactly where it is in the order of things. Trying to find the Cocoa Clock of Doom. Here it is. There. That's more of the stereotypical clock. Dang it. Okay, now, let's see. Do you have a poetry book? Yes, I do. Well, I have these that are poetry / prose, minus this one. But I have one that is strictly poems. So, there you go. Do you have a book with an award stamp on it? It's more like, how many books do I have with one? Because I have this with a stamp. I also have... Where is it? Where did I put it? This might have had a stamp on it. Nope, that one don't have a stamp. This one has a stamp. So yeah. It's more like asking me how many do I have that have a stamp on it, rather than do I have one with a stamp. Do you have a book written by an author with the same initials as you? This is going to be a little bit of a reveal because my name is not truly Rain. I made it as a nickname. But the one with the same initials as me, this lady, SMP. Unfortunately, I doubt I'm going to find somebody with the exact same initials as my full name, but close enough. She's only off by my middle name, and it was just the first and last name anyway. So. Do you have a book of short stories? Yes, I do. This one. And this one. Well, the story is poems and unicorn lore, but yes, it is full of short stories. Not exactly filled to the brim, but it is filled with short stories. Okay. Do you have a book that is between 500 and 510 pages long? This is a bit of a cheat because I log in my books on a regular basis on my computer, and I also mark down the number of pages in it. So I already know this answer. This guy, Play Dogs. Depending on how you want to count it, you can either count it as 208 or 508 or 509 with the picture, or if you're like me, who has to have even numbers, just count it as 510. So, booyah. There you go. So that was a bit of a cheat. But I'm weird. I log in my stuff. Does anybody else do that? Do you have a book that was turned into a movie? Again, it's more like, what do I have that has not? Because I have a book over there that's based on a real life person that was made into a movie. These two were turned into movies. Plague Dogs and Watership Down. This was turned into a movie. This is based on a movie. Spirit of the Stallion of the Cimarron. Basically, how he came to be. Made into a movie. So yeah, it's like I have an abundance of ones that were made into movies. And I even got these little Stephen Kings. They were all made into movies. One of them was made into a movie twice. So, there you go. That is like the silliest question. Do you have a graphic novel? I have several. Well, not several, but I definitely have more than a passing train car. These both are graphic novels. These two here, I guess you would count as graphic novels. And where did I throw the paper? I put it down and just went wandering away. Here it is. It fell to the floor. Do you have a book written by 2 or more authors? Yep. Scoochie the Little Bear. Written by Adam J. Epstein and Andrew Jacobson. Alright. That was the challenge. I probably took a little bit longer than some other people would because, again, I have like several books that fit into this challenge in some of the prompts. But, yeah, that's it. Enjoy my silliness. Bye-bye.